LA Anaheim to wrap up the Tuesday, November 7th hockey card. We've got rotation 17-18 Kings and Ducks, always a great rivalry. Even though the Kings missed the playoffs last year, these are still two teams with not a lot of love in their bones for each other. We've got the LA Kings minus 115, slight road chalk. A 5? What's this? A 5? I thought those days were over. I thought the totals of 5 were from the Stone Age, from the dinosaur era. Holy mackerel, a total of 5. Can't believe it here, but maybe it's warranted with these two teams. Total sitting at 5. It is heavily shaded to the over at minus 145 to minus 150, but you got to do a double take when you see totals of 5 these days. You don't see them often anymore in the NHL. And we got the LA Kings at 10-2-2. What a start to the season for them. They've done a fantastic job, no question about it. I'm very impressed with this LA Kings team that has responded to the coaching change. Obviously, Daryl Sutter out of there, and John Stevens now head coach of this team. And John Stevens is, this team is certainly a defensive first team, but they are at least showing an increased ability to score. They're doing John Stevens is letting them be a little bit more creative offensively, which I think sometimes Daryl Sutter did not. And it's an LA Kings team that has been really a pleasant surprise this season, and a team that, a lot of them had them on the bubble in terms of, bouncing back and being in a situation where do you expect this team to be in the playoffs this year? Well, they've put themselves in a position right now where they've got that chance to be. And the LA Kings, have not had any sort of losing streak this season. And that's key when you handicap this game, because they're taking on the Anaheim Ducks following a 4-3 overtime loss to Nashville. Kings are a perfect 3-0 in games following a loss this season. That's the spot they're in tonight, taking on this Anaheim team, which is still an Anaheim team that is just riddled with injuries, that has lost 3 in a row to Toronto, to Nashville, and then in a shootout to San Jose. And having just a bitch of a time generating offense right now, the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, you look at the players that are out. We know they're ripped apart down the middle with no Ryan Kessler, no Ryan Getzlaff, and Cam Fowler is a huge loss on the back end, because Cam Fowler's that all-around defenseman that's in every situation, that is a good puck mover, plays on that power play, can help you generate from the back end as well. And it's just really been an absolute mess right now for Anaheim in terms of offense. I mean, that's just so challenged for them to even get a thrust of attack in the offensive zone, let alone scoring. So I think it makes a lot of sense to go to the LA side. That's what I'll be looking at here in this game. And I think Alex B. Smith is right along with me looking at the Kings here as he's going to talk about this game next. And so is Dana. Alex, what are you looking at?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I jumped on LA yesterday when the overnight line opened. I got it at minus 105. So, it's the spot. Like I said, Anaheim, just the key players that they're missing right now, it's just going to be tough for them to really do anything, positive looking forward. Like I said, LA team, these two teams do not like each other one bit. And you look at the Kings, they've done well on the road. They've won 5 of their last 7. It took them a while to kind of get acclimated back the last couple of games, because they were coming back from a 6-game road trip out east, and they split those 2 games at home. So now they're back on the road. Short road trip, obviously being within the same state, but I think LA should play well tonight. Kemper got the start in the loss against Nashville, so Quick will more than likely be back in net. If you look at the last 2 times that Quick came back in after a Kemper start, he only allowed 1 goal and then had a shutout. Ironically, both the games were against Montreal, who were struggling at the time, but I still think we should see a good effort from Quick and the Kings tonight. So I'm on LA, and I think they should be able to take care of business.
Yeah, I know this one comment in the chat, Mitchell. Seems like a backs against the wall spot for it could be. I mean, they've lost 3 in a row. They don't want to let the losing streak go on, but I'm not a reactive bettor here in this situation. When it's a team that's on a losing streak, I either keep faith in that team or I leave the game alone. And that's the way I go. Maybe they do bounce back, but I think if you're betting Anaheim, it's what ifs. It's what if they start scoring? What if they start generating offensively? What if they get some things going on the power play? That's the what if game is not the game I play. So, they're struggling, and until I see a sign of a win and a better performance and scoring and putting the damn puck in the net, I don't want any part of the Ducks here. What does Dana want here in this LA Anaheim game? What's he want a part of? What are you looking at, Dana?
Well, I would like a consistent audio connection, but I'm looking at right now the Kings minus $1.06 at Pinnacle. That's a fantastic number. I'm happy with that, and I want to get some of the Kings after their loss in Nashville, especially when I think they walked or skated off the ice thinking they were the better team. They have to be chopping at the bit to get back to on the ice after climbing back from a 3-goal deficit, and they lost the game in overtime for sure, but they got 39 shots on goal. And I think that they were the better team that night. And then speaking of getting outplayed, the Ducks lost in a shootout to the San Jose Sharks, but the Sharks could have beat them by 3 or 4 goals. I mean, and I'm with you, Ian. I mean, I don't really get excited when, I hear people say, well, they want to do this or they should do this. Well, no team wants to lose. And certainly if you lose 2 games in a row, you don't want to go into a 3rd game and lose that one either. But lo and behold, here we are. We just have a scenario here where both teams are coming off losses, but I think the Kings looked a lot better in their loss. And now the Ducks have lost 3 straight. So, we have to question what the locker room is like as well. I think probably Ryan Miller will get the start for the Ducks after what he did against San Jose. But if it's Gibson, we must make a note that he's dropped 2 of his last 3 games, and his goals against average is completely unacceptable as far as a net minder that we want to put our money behind. I think Los Angeles has been extremely balanced. They have 6 players with 10 or more points, and by comparison, the Ducks have 2 players with 9 points. So, and that's Raquel and Cogliano. So, certainly 2 teams I think going in opposite directions. I think if I'm the LA Kings, I look at Anaheim as a stepping stone to getting back to where they want to be. Going into Anaheim is not a intimidating place to play, especially if we're talking about a midweek game. In fact, there'll probably be a good number of Kings fans there, which I know always makes the Ducks fans happy. And we talked about it the other day when the Ducks are missing 2 of their top centers, when you have Getzlaf and Kessler's out and Cam Fowler is out, who is a defenseman. There's just too many key injuries right there for me to bank on any kind of consistency. So minus $1.06 is a fantastic price, and I'm going to roll with the Kings tonight minus $1.06.
There we go. $1.06 on the LA Kings. A very good price, near even money. Again, 3 losses in a row for the Ducks, not scoring a goal, can't put a puck in the ocean. It's not a team I'm looking to back right now. And from an unders perspective, a lot of debate, is 5 too low? Maybe not in this instance, because Anaheim to me is having a hard time offensively. It's not going to get any easier against LA. And Jonathan Quick, who's expected to be a net, who's been very good this season. And I think that's something Dana mentioned about John Gibson. He hasn't been what we expect John Gibson to be either. This is a goaltending issue a little bit too. He's not been sharp at times this season for the Ducks, so that's an issue as well that has hurt Anaheim so far this season.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.